Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Oh god. The film marks the final appearance of Christopher Reeve as Superman. The only reason Christopher Reeve is here is because he agreed to return in exchange for a large salary and a story promoting nuclear disarmament. That's a true fact. Now, shortly before the film's production, the film's producer, the Cannon Group, which, by the way, they made some very cheap and terrible, like shitty action movies. And now they made another one with Superman: The Quest for Peace. They suffered a major financial crisis that forced major budget cuts and 40 minutes of footage that were deleted after negative test screenings. So, and then upon its release, the film was just lambasted by critics and fans alike. Many people are citing its poor special effects, inconsistencies, and plot holes, tons of plot holes. And it's been deemed one of the worst films ever made. And we haven't seen another Superman, and this movie came out in 1987. We haven't seen another Superman movie until Superman Returns in 2006, which is directed by Bryan Singer, who directed the X-Men movies and would star Brandon Routh. Oh, God. So, where do I begin? Alright, I think I made a note. A list of, the pros and the cons and some facts that I found out after doing some Wikipedia research. After doing some Wikipedia quote unquote research, that I found out some facts that you may or may not know, and I think you might find those facts to be interesting. So anyway, before I get into the pros and cons, let's just get this out of the way. Why do they keep going back to Lex Luthor? They could have done... Superman doesn't have just Lex Luthor and General Zod. It's not just Lex Luthor. They could have done, like, Bizarro or Parasite, Livewire. There are tons of villains that they could have done. Well, actually, Livewire didn't... Actually, forget about Livewire, because Livewire was an original character of the 1990s. 1990s Superman animated series, so forget about Livewire. But anyway, my point is, he has a bunch of villains. Superman has a huge rogues gallery. It's not just Lex fucking Luthor, but Lex Luthor is the cheapest and easiest character to bring in. But yeah, Superman for The Quest for Peace, and they gave us fucking Nuclear Man with his shitty costume and his horrible weakness, which I'll talk about later. So now let's go into the cons. So here's why this movie sucks so bad. Well, first of all, and it's pretty obvious, the special effects are just awful. They reuse the same shot of Superman flying. By the way, I took bullet points. The blue screen effects are terrible. There's a lot of wire works, especially when Superman and Nuclear Man are fighting each other, like during the action sequences. And during the sequence of Superman landing on the moon, you can actually see the black curtain that's supposed to be outer space. Jesus Christ. Fucking Aliens, which came out near the same time as this movie, had better effects, and they had similar budgets. Ugh, God. Most of the comedy attempts try to be hilarious. They try to be funny. The comedy, there's some comedic tones in there. They try to be funny, and yet they manage to screw it up. Superman, the first two Superman movies, I loved them, alright? And then Superman 3 was just cheesy, and Richard Pryor was cheesy and campy. The only thing I liked about Superman 3 was that amazing junkyard fight, like the two personalities of like Clark Kent versus Superman. That was actually pretty cool. I like that one. That's like the only redeeming. That's the only thing I remember from Superman 3, and it's just amazing. So yeah, and there are some uses of false advertising. One of the posters shows Superman grabbing one of the nuclear missile warheads, but none of the scenes of him grabbing off the warheads are shown. Instead, Superman just went up into space so he could just throw the nuclear missiles into the sun. Um, yeah, and also there's some badly, oh my god, there's some badly overdone of like overdubbing, especially for like especially that classroom scene, that little boy and then the teacher. The dubbing is just horrible. No, Superman. It was just it was just hilariously awful. Oh god, the fight scenes are lame. It's just them like slapping each other, like them like trying to wiggle and trying to wrestle each other. They bitch slap each other. They throw each other around. None of them actually threw a punch. And there's countless numbers of plot holes. For example, from Lenny Luthor cutting Superman's indestructible hair with a pair of ordinary bolt cutters to Superman. We're building the Great Wall of China with this rebuilder vision to Lacey breathing into outer space. What the fuck? Like, Superman's hair is supposed to be indestructible? There's nothing special about... What's so special about fucking hair? I didn't know Superman's hair was fucking indestructible. And he just cut it with some ordinary bolt cutters. And then when did like Superman gain this new ability to rebuild? Like, he can just look at something, and if something's destroyed or damaged, he can just stare at it and it just rebuilds by itself. What? And then Lacey breathing into outer space, she is an ordinary normal human being. How the fuck is she breathing? So how is this fucking human being breathing in fucking outer space? None of it makes any sense. They just flew over it. Just like this movie. They just flew over it. Oh my god. Superman also seems to be in a massive ego trip throughout the movie, from dictating terms to the nations of the world to the bizarre scene where he jumps off a ledge while holding Lois as Clark Kent, then reveals himself to be Superman after letting her fall for several seconds. This is supposed to be charming, by the way. Yeah, so it's just, oh god. There's a lot of terrible social commentary, by the way, about this whole nuclear disarmament. I just need a moment to myself. Nuclear Man is a generic and lame villain. He's not intimidating, he's not scary, he's not threatening. He's just downright goofy and a poorly developed villain. Poorly developed, as in, like, created from, it's just... This movie has rendered me the inability to speak in full sentences. His weakness is being isolated from the sun, okay? So he is a solar-powered nuclear man, a literal nuclear man. However, there are several scenes where he is not in sunlight and he's just doing fine. Like, Lex Luthor said that that's his weakness. That's how he can be stopped. Like, such a shitty weakness. So his weakness is basically, like, he needs sunlight. If he's... so... he needs sunlight to survive. So he's like a... So what is he? Is he like a fucking plant? He needs photosynthesis or some bullshit. Well, not photosynthesis, but like... Oh my god. Superman doesn't have to beat Nuclear Man. I can beat Nuclear Man. All I have to do is just, like... stand right in front of him and hold like something, and it just block the sunlight. It's just such a shitty weakness for Nuclear Man. This is a very terrible conclusion to Christopher Reeve's franchise. It got so bad that it killed the franchise. Jesus Christ. And I'm pretty sure there are other points that I haven't made. If you pick them out, let me know about them in the comment section below. But those are the couple ones that I've managed to find out after doing some digging and research and actually sitting down and watching this movie. This will be the last time I will be watching it. You know, so there are some redeeming qualities, such as John Williams' opening theme from the previous films returns, and the music is used for the action scene, and it's pretty good. It definitely helps them. I mean, the action is pretty shitty. The action scenes are pretty shitty, but the music is actually pretty good. There's a well-intended message about the whole nuclear disarmament, as I mentioned before. And also Christopher Reeve and Margot Robbie. I don't know why I say Margot Robbie. I'm getting my Margot's mixed up. Margot Kidder. They give solid performances as Superman and Lois Lane. So yeah. So a lot of things went on. Christopher Reeve was hesitant to return to the series as Superman, bowing out from a planned cameo appearance in Supergirl. That's a fact, by the way. That's a fact. Christopher Reeve was actually planning on making a cameo appearance in Supergirl, but this smart man was like, that movie is shit. Later, he's like, I'm out. Oh God. And also, Christopher Reeve pitched a storyline focused on nuclear arms waste and protests of the breakdown of the Reykjavik summit. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that name. And President Ronald Reagan's military buildup and skepticism towards arm control. His story was accepted, and he was also considered as the film's director. Although he was allowed to direct some second unit scenes, he was ultimately deemed too inexperienced for the full-time job, so yeah. And Christopher Reeve, in his autobiography, Still Me, he described that this movie was a huge mistake. I'm just going to read an example. I'm just going to read the first line, the first sentence from his autobiography. Christopher Reeve said, and I quote, "We were also hampered by budget constraints and cutbacks in all departments. Canon Films had nearly 30 projects in the work at the time, and Superman 4 received no special consideration." That is what Christopher Reeve said in his autobiography of Still Me about the production of Superman 4 that began in 1986. Jesus Christ. So yeah. And then later on, 1994, Canon Pictures filed for bankruptcy. Congratulations. It's just so bad. There are so many shit that went on, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other things that I didn't pick up, that if you guys picked up, like I said before, let me know about them in the comment section below. I would love to know more and more I like to, I love hearing more. But yeah, those are some couple things that I've managed to pick up. Um, but yeah, Superman 4, The Quest of Shit. The Quest for Shit is one of the worst films ever made, and one of the worst superhero movies ever made. Not just for me. I'm talking for in general. It's one of the worst superhero movies ever made, and it's one of the worst movies ever made. Yeah. So, if you had the unfortunate, tragic experience like I did, what did you thought about The Quest for Peace in the comment section below? Oh God. And in the thank you so much for taking your time. Sorry, I was like, I was having I almost had a nervous breakdown for a second. But thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and I will see you soon.